Hello everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining me. Alright, so I have a quick confession. This is the second time I tried to record this video because the first time I didn't have any audio. I believe it was caused by the Windows 10 Creator Update. It reset all of my audio devices, which therefore also reset them inside all my recording software. It was a bit of a pain. So this is round 2, which is just a quick explanation as to why this video is later than the actual release by 3 days. My bad. Anyway, it's quite a small video actually, even though the changelog is huge. I'm only going to go over the most important things. So if you do want to see absolutely everything that was changed, right down to, I don't know, even spelling fixes, grammar fixes in the locale, then it's all down in a changelog, which you can find within the page of the download link in the description. Alright, so let's just crack straight on, because this is going to be a very quick and easy video. Alright, so the very first thing that I fixed, I'm going to go over bug fixes and stuff that's new. So quick bug fix, this no longer, the 9 nuggets, sorry, no longer gives you a pink broken tin ingot. God, I can't get my words. I've just got back from work, guys. I'm completely exhausted. Breaking melon and pumpkin with your bare hand will no longer hurt you, so that's really good because that was a bit of a pain. And then moving on, some of the later versions of WTF Expedition actually removed their gameplay tweaks and put them into a separate mod. Now I didn't actually realise this because I just did the update straight from Curse, just clicked the update button, done, forgot about it. So certain functionality was actually no longer present, so this one's more of a heads up. But now that the gameplay tweaks mod has been added back in, many of the features that WTF Expedition added are now back, so just be warned that when you're mining it will now fracture rock again, which will cause cave-ins like that. So just be careful of that, be warned, be a little bit more careful in the mines now, because that's going to be an extra danger for you to avoid. Moving on, we also now have, I mostly concentrated on this little guy down here, this 00500 anvil. If you've not worked out what that is yet, that is actually an encumbrance level. So if you have an item on you, it will take up a space of 1. If I just go, oh come on. If I just go to create real quick and grab an item, you will see that it uses 1. Okay, if I go to, let's grab a block, they actually weigh 5. So items weigh 1, blocks weigh 5. Bucket, when filled with water and lava, actually weighs 100 because they're really heavy naturally. And they're also modified by, if I remember rightly, let me just check to make sure I'm not giving you false information here, but they're also further modified by the material it's made from. So if I put in, let's say iron, grab an iron block, let me just confirm, if not I will add this in. No, it still weighs 5. They're supposed to be modified by the actual material as well. Maybe that was disabled or non-functional just yet, I'll have to double check. Let's say if I get a pickaxe, does that still weigh 1? Still weighs 1, yeah. So I'm not going to say that just yet then, because clearly that is not the case. But come on, there we go. Anyway, so most of the updates in this have been surrounded around that, the encumbrance level. I've left some iron over there. I do actually need to be in creative, non-creative for this, don't I, for it to show up. Okay, so we have wolf armor and storage straight away. So we can go ahead and shift click. First of all, we can obviously give him armor, but the primary purpose I added this was so that if we take a chest and we click it on our wolf, he now has 6 storage slots. So he can offload some of your carrying capacity if you have the wolf. Leading on from that, we also have the obvious stuff. You've got the minecart with chest, but now we also have boats. You can place the chests in the boats and then use a lead to link the boat together. So I can just jump in here and I can move along and pull that chest with me. So it's a good way of travelling by rivers and ocean and moving all of your goods around without encumbering yourself. Pretty decent but important change. Moving on from that, we have probably the most important thing here, the backpack. So as you can see, I'm currently not wearing any armour. If I just shift and break, it will now appear in my armour slot. Now that's really important because you can't wear armour whilst you're wearing a backpack. After all, armour is quite bulky and backpacks only have limited stretch on the shoulder straps. So you've really got to contemplate whether you want to have the armour or the backpack. The most logical thing to do would obviously be to take some armour with you, maybe inside the backpack, And if you're going to be heading into a new area, wear the armour, hold the backpack, and then when you're ready to go and collect the goods, take your armour off, shove the backpack on, get the most out of your carrying capacity. So you will need to consider that. I'm just going to shift and right click to place it back down, as you can see, and then that will carry all of your goodies in there. It's probably the most important thing. The recipe for that was also changed. If I just quickly put it back on, as you can see it now, you use cut leather, tanned, 2 cordages for the shoulder straps, and 2 pins to sort of symbolise these 2 catches or the pins on the front of the bag. I try and make my recipes look kind of like how the item looks. It doesn't always work out great, but that's that. On top of that, you also have the elephant chest, which I can't show you because an elephant won't fit on here without sinking. Come on. There we go. So, but if you do get an elephant, you manage to tame it, you can shove some chests on them. And finally, we also have the lunch satchel and the lunch box. And like a genius, I didn't get any food out ready. They can only store stacks of 2, which I will demonstrate. I'll just grab a bunch of food items here. Some of those. Okay. So now if I go ahead, switch back to creative so you can see, oh come on, there you are. Just so you can see my carrying weight, you can see it's gone up already because of all the food that I'm using. Now if I go ahead and open up my lunch satchel, which by the way the recipe was changed to now support, I don't know why the graphical issue there, you just saw the fade out. Oh, there we go, our first crash on. Okay, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, if we go ahead and take some food, you can only store a stack of 2. And the satchel has 3 slots. If I go ahead and quickly open this up, you can see I've changed the recipe so it uses plant cloth. So you can actually make this very early on. So definitely do recommend making one of those to carry your food. It'll ease the burden somewhat. Or you can make it out of hemp cloth as well, which can be made out of hemp fibres, just to add another use to them once you've got a hemp farm going. So you can see now, when I close that, the 75 dropped to 69. You may not have spotted that, so let me just do that again real quick. You can see it's 75, oops, and I'll just go ahead and drop a few in there like I did. And as soon as I close that, down to 69. So another container to be able to help you offload some of that carrying capacity. And it's kind of, hang on, wait. I don't want to have to do time set day because I'm actually running some season based tests at the minute, so I had to quickly stop the night from kicking in there, my bad. There's also the tin lunchbox, which simply does the same but has 3 more slots. I've also changed this to actually use tin, and again trying to match the visual, 2 pins to match the 2 latches on the front there. But again, that's just another use for tin, because tin wasn't very useful and I didn't see the point of using big iron ingots to make a lunchbox. It seemed a bit odd to me. So that's the carrying capacity, guys. Hope that makes a bit more sense if you're new to it. I'm still balancing. I don't know if 500 is a good number. Maybe it needs to be a bit higher. I'm not too sure. It's going to be down to you guys to really give me some feedback. But anyway, moving on to the final thing. They have the storage drawers. That's something we had in Banished 1. They were heavily used and extremely useful. You guys know what they are. I made together these fancy ones out of wool. I only had a hiccup then. Now they look like some kind of kids' toy chests. But yeah, they're all good. I have noticed, and it has been reported, that there seems to be a bug at the minute with the drawer controller. Right-clicking your items doesn't insert them into the box, but the mod author is aware of that and is working on a bug. Just revisiting this a minute, I forgot to mention there will be a 3rd bag. So we've got the lunch satchel, we've got the lunch box. There will be also a potion pouch to carry potions in, because obviously they don't stack, so they soon fill up your inventory and there's the pain in the backside. But that will be coming at a later date, perhaps after the next update is going to be the farming overhaul, which is why I've got a few farming experiments set up. And then after that, I'm going to be working on the potion overhaul, which is when I'll introduce that extra bag as well. But anyway, guys, that's it. I've rambled on. I'm super tired and I just want to chill and try and play games and try not to fall asleep. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks to everyone who's been reporting the bugs. Without you guys, I probably wouldn't spot half of these, so can't thank you enough. Keep doing it, keep the feedback coming. It's been awesome. And that's it. I'm off. Thank you very much and goodbye.